target with his first delivery. I was watching him warm up this morning, Wakar. He's certainly got the pace, the old pace is starting to come back. And a big shout there. Rashid Latif was very confident. It's been turned down by umpire Sharp. Aqib Javed can't believe it.
The entire Pakistan team up there appealing, and this was a beauty of a delivery. There's no question about it. Pitching just on the off stump, and very little movement by Tendulkar. Tendulkar was caught in no man's land. He didn't quite move forward. His initial movement is with the left foot in front, but I don't think he really made any movement after that. It's hard to tell from that replay whether he got a nick or not.
That's nicely timed by Tendulkar. First boundary of the morning. This has been an excellent over for Tendulkar and India. And a good example of why he's a much tougher player to bowl against than Sidhu, because he can score freely off the back foot as well as the front foot.
Whoa, have a look at that one. That's 2 wides. That's gone miles down the leg side. Well, that's one of the biggest wides of all time.
And not only that, it's an interesting action he's bowling with. Inzamam ul Haq.
Well, let's have another look at the action. He's actually no-balled him now. I suppose he went over the front line. Just let's have a look. Just watch this action. Well, I tell you what, this is risky on Pakistan's part. I reckon there's a definite jerk in that action. Well, this is unbelievably interesting. I've never seen him bowl before. I think there's a definite jerk. Now, the law says, and no ball called again. Well, I think it may just be that we have a sensation on our hands here. Inzamam ul Haq, let's see if it's front foot. I don't think so. We made this mistake when little Murali Dhiran was bowling in Brisbane. Now, watch the elbow. Just watch the elbow here. Bends it and then straightens it. Oh, that one way down the leg side. Probably a good thing. They'll probably take him off. 4 wides.
Very little Rashid Latif can do here. It was so...
real drama here. Let's have another look. Now watch the action. Watch the arm. Watch the eyes of the umpire. Well, I don't think the umpire there is looking down at the line. So we could have some drama here. There's the action again. David Orchard from South Africa is the umpire down that far end. Oh, he's gone for it. He smashed it. It's going way down towards square leg. Well, that signals what Sachin Tendulkar's going to do. He's going to get stuck into him. 1 ball, 1 4, and it's 44 without loss.
That's right. Tendulkar knows that he doesn't have to allow Mushtaq to settle down. And here, the moment he got in the man from deep mid-wicket, lays exactly into that area. 4 runs, moment it hit the bat.
As you can see, this one pitching outside off stump. Got in, it's out, caught behind. The Pakistanis have struck. Big nick, that one. Big deflection there through to the keeper. Nicely taken as well by Latif. And so the first wicket has fallen. The Indians, well, that must be the Pakistanis. They're all up in the air, but have a look at it. Big deflection.
Well, if anyone deserved a wicket in this game as a bowler, this was Aqib Javed. He bowled beautifully, and again, like we said, not giving the batsman any room. Sidhu tucked up there, trying to play square of the wicket, and Rashid Latif delighted in taking that catch. So the first Indian wicket gone, 44 runs on the board.
So Mohammad Azharuddin is the new batsman. Indians have lost their first wicket, 44 for 1. 11.2 overs have been bowled. Big deflection, this one. Aqib Javed bowling well. This ball just short of a length. Nipped back a little bit, tucked him up. Big deflection, nicely taken by Rashid Latif there. And that's the first wicket to fall in this Indian lineup. One nudged away on the onside. They'll get one. Will they come back for the second? Yes, he wants two. Back he comes. And it's pretty quick. So these two will be looking to put some pressure on the fieldsman now. That's good running. Mohammad Azharuddin taking the initiative there.
Come on.
And it's running down to fine leg. It could be 4 and it will be 4. And the roar tells it all. It's 4 runs to India.
Sachin Tendulkar took his time to get going. He was very watchful. He had a few deliveries going past his bat, but he's picked his wrong one, bowled flatter. He picked it up very nicely and he's glanced it very, very fine for a boundary. It's bad luck, Mr. Photographer. The saving grace, of course, is that his equipment is saved, not his nose, perhaps.
Very delicate shot down to fine leg by Tendulkar. He's going back for the second. He'll have to hurry. There comes the return. The bails are off, but he's home. And a very delicate leg glance running down to the fine leg boundary. Will he cut it off or will it go over? And it's gone over. Amir Sohail's captain couldn't cut it off. 4 is signalled. And end of the over, 69 for 1. Mushtaq to continue. Tendulkar, the batsman. Full toss, driven through the covers, and Malik will have a long chase there. He will not be able to cut it off. It's 4 runs. And a gift to Tendulkar, who doesn't miss them. What a beautiful shot.
It's the importance of him playing a long innings once Sidhu had got out. And so far, he's doing exactly that. So 1 shot of his 50.
No ball called there by umpire Orchard, so that brings up the 100. Well taken by Rashid Latif, and in fact the bowler's end umpire has given Azharuddin out. Azhar doesn't know he's out because he's looked at the square leg umpire. Umpire Orchard is now telling Azhar that he's caught behind.
Well, this is the most interesting decision. We'll have to wait and see because the square leg umpire asked for the third umpire. Umpire David Orchard having no doubt in his mind that Azharuddin had nicked that ball. And you can see here, whilst the keeper is asking for the square leg umpire to call for the third umpire, Orchard sends Azharuddin on his way. 110 for 2 India, a wicket Pakistan desperately wanted.
Rahul Dravid is the new batsman for India. Score 110 for 2.
Down the wicket he comes. Oh, and that would have been a brilliant catch had he held on to it. Hit straight back at him with tremendous power.
Yes, Salim Malik, normally pretty safe hands, having a glance down to see that all his fingers are still there. And this was smashed back at him. It was a full toss. He really should have caught that. It was quite a firm one back at him. He didn't really time it perfectly, though. Good test player, and normally these would be caught. You can see it was in the air all the way, and he just couldn't hang on to it.
But it's Tendulkar who comes down the wicket. It's going to be a 6. Over long arm, no question about that. Magnificent shot, and that brings this crowd to their feet. Just look at the support for India there.
Beautifully played. Down the wicket he came, struck the ball sweetly, and it's...
Could be close if it's a direct hit, and he's gone. And Dravid out to a direct throw, and what a brilliant bit of fielding by Mushtaq there. 1-2-7 for 3.
Yes, let's have another look at this. This is how it happens. The ball played away on the onside. Difficult one, this. He's only got 1 stump to aim at. And in he comes. Have a look at this. In goes the throw. Quick succession. Whack. And he is miles out. That's fantastic fielding there. And, of course, it results in the wicket of Dravid. Out for 4, and the Indians won 27 for 3.
Sanjay Manjrekar filling in the gap when Dravid was run out. Brilliant pickup by Mushtaq. One stump to aim at. There comes the return, and he's gone. Gone by a long, long way. And that's well played between third man and the gully fielder. It could be 4 runs, and over the boundary it goes.
Oh, bad delivery again. That one short, just outside off stump. Good players, given a little bit of room like that, can pierce the field, no trouble at all. That's exactly what happened there. It was nice timing, nice placement.
Took 10 wickets in the 1996 World Cup. Makes it into a full toss, a beautiful shot, and Akib will not be able to cut it off. What a magnificent shot there. All the way for 4.
Yes, the thing you've got to do is make sure you punish the bad balls, and this was a full toss. He was down the pitch, mind you, and he really has clobbered that one. And having got to the pitch, of course, the next thing you've got to do is make sure you get it into the gap. Just have a look at this. He gives himself a bit of room, gets his arms nice and free there, and he blasts it through the offside, just wide of the fieldsman. That's good batting.
Sweeps that one. That would be another 4 to the square leg fence into the hoardings. So Tendulkar cutting loose, and 150 for India. 150 for 3.
That's a magnificent shot. Watch the ball pitching here, roundabout off stump, over the top with his wrists, blasted away on the onside and right into the gap, bisecting the fieldsman.
Swept, and he's running down to fine leg. It'll be a long chase, but the ball is slowing up. He gets a boot to it, but it's gone over the boundary line for 4.
Gets Tendulkar on strike, and you can see the noise in the background. You can hear it rather, and the reason why is that Tendulkar is on 99.
For Tendulkar.
Well, points the bat to the dressing room, then to the crowd. It's been a superb innings from Tendulkar, controlled innings, full of concentration, just when India needed it.
And well bowled. A little bit of flight has got him Tendulkar's wicket, and that's important piece of work by Saqlain and Rashid Latif as far as Pakistan are concerned.
A big wicket this for Pakistan. Rush of blood here from Tendulkar, but he's played a fine innings, deceived in the flight by Saqlain Mushtaq. The line we're talking about, off stumpish, little outside, making the batsman reach, and Rashid Latif making no mistake. So after a wonderful innings, Tendulkar departs, 186 for 4 India.
Ajay Jadeja, the man who did so much damage against Pakistan in the quarter-final at Bangalore. No slip. And misfield there from Salim Malik. And trouble here, he's gone. And Manjrekar wasn't even watching his partner. He was just watching the ball and suddenly realized that Jadeja wasn't running.
So funny how a game can change. Here, indecision between Manjrekar and Jadeja. In fact, the umpire has decided that Jadeja is out. So the reason for that being that when this hesitation took place, Manjrekar had not crossed Jadeja, or the umpire thought he had, and that's why he sent Jadeja back on his way. But we'll have to take another look and see if Manjrekar actually crossed Jadeja. But at the moment, India 195 for 4.
Nayan Mongia is the new batsman for India. Suddenly Pakistan have a spring in their step. Once they got rid of Tendulkar, they obviously felt that they could restrict this total. They've had another bonus. Jadeja is gone, run out in a real mix-up.
Oh, and that's well played. Lovely timing. Going away down towards the boundary at deep square leg. Will it go all the way? Yes, into the fence for 4. Well, that is a quick delivery. Offline it was, but it was beautifully played. That brings up the 202. Him out by miles. As it turned out, the ball missed the stumps. It was nicely gathered by Latif, and he took the bails off very quickly. So another run out.
Clearly, these are signs of panic in the Indian camp. Mongia is there, but he hesitates a little bit. And the ball was really played straight to the fielder. He's a good fielder. Ijaz Ahmad, there was no run in it. Mongia has had to pay the price. India 205 for 6.
So 205 for 6, 43.5 overs. Just one ball to go in this particular over. Anil Kumble is the new batsman. Well bowled, that'll go for 4, will it? Yes, it will. It went flying away off the bat. The fine leg's quite fine, quite square, and it really did fly away.
Well, that's the disadvantage of being a fast bowler, because the batsman can use the pace of the ball, and on a short boundary like that, if it's hit fine, there's always a chance of a boundary. Not exactly a great effort from Aqib Javed.
Got that one into the gap. He didn't know which way it had gone, the third man. Well, he's got that on off the meat of the bat, and it'll go down to the third man boundary. Not quite getting there. They'll come back to 3. There's those figures. Waqar Yunus, no wicket for 42 or Fate Javed. Look at those figures. Keep Javed 1 for 12. Well, that one's been smashed away. This will be out caught at the deep square leg. Oh yes, got him. Going for the big one, trying to get it over the deep square leg boundary. He had to do it too, and once again Saqlain picking up a wicket.
He's had a very impressive spell of bowling in this match. He's bowled a good line and length. And Manjrekar here not quite getting on top of that sweep shot, top edging it, and a simple catch to Aqib Javed at deep square leg. India have lost their 7th wicket for 223.
Big appeal there, and yes, well, I think it's rolled back onto the stumps. Well, I don't know what the batsman was doing hanging around. Really going for the big one down towards mid-wicket, and once again Saqlain striking. Well, he's having a marvellous time out there at the moment. Let's have another look at the shot.
Well, this is a tail-ender's shot, but it's the first ball that he's facing, and Srinath is out stumped. One would have imagined that he would have taken a couple of deliveries to get his eye in. But no, he decides to go for a biggie off the first ball he's faced, and that's the 8th India wicket gone for 224.
Venkatesh Prasad is the new batsman. Well, 224 for 8 at one stage. It looked as if they might get the score up near 300. And just a little bit of drizzle out there at the moment, but it will pass. Deflection down the leg side, appeal for LBW there. He went a long way across, settling for 1. So just a little bit of rain at the moment. So there we go. An outside off stump, played away straight away on the offside into the gap. They'll come back for the second. Pakistan know exactly what they've got to do, and the Indians know what they've got to do to restrict them.
That's right. You saw the outfield a little heavy there.
Srinath again to Sahel, and that one nicely played into the gap. Sadhu is after it. Way down to the long boundary corner. Back comes the throw. They turn to the third. That is good placement.
Well, not only is the placement good here, but he's timed it beautifully, Saeed Anwar. He's always been a lovely timer of the ball, and here, in fact, hits it on the up, finds the gap between cover and mid-off, and even though it's a heavy outfield, 3 runs was never a problem.
So plenty of tenseness here. Losing side goes home. That's nicely played, and good running as well. Oh, he hits the stumps. There's a deflection. They'll come back for another one. Yes, he was easily home. There was no real need for a shot at the stumps.
Well, this is where you need your presence of mind. Like Tony said, no need to throw there. Every run is important. The calling has to be decisive, as it was on this occasion. Momin Sohail played the ball on the offside towards Kumble. He was off for a single. Now Kumble throwing here. The ball hitting the stumps and allowing the Pakistan batsman to get an extra run.
He's nicked that one away, and it's gone for 4. The third man fieldsman has not moved. Play of the bat outside off stump, thick edge, and it flew away through the vacant slip cordon to the boundary.
Well, they say when you flash hard. That's exactly what Amir Sohail has done here. A little bit of room given to him by Prasad, and he has a go at it. Gives it everything. Thickish outside edge, man at third man having no chance. The ball going fine into the fence for 4.
Got that one away nicely as well, and it's gone to the fence for 4. What good timing that was. And no ball called as well. This is turning out to be a nightmare over. Played away on the offside. What a good bit of fielding. Desperate dive from backward point.
Well, that was a magnificent stop by Ajay Jadeja. Not stopping it cleanly. Still managing to restrict to the batsman to only 2.
Oh, good shot, straight down the ground, right off the meat of the bat. That should go all the way. Lovely straight drive. Well, they've got the mid off quite wide. He's stopped a couple quite wide, but the problem when you've got him wide is that anything that's hit back straight is going to go for 4, and that's a lovely drive.
Again, beautifully timed. He does look in. Very good touch. Does Amir Sohail. Yet another boundary.
Oh, that's a lovely shot. Beautifully played through the gap on the offside. 7 runs off the over. Pakistan advance to 43 without loss.
Oh, that's a fine shot. Past the bowler. He tries to get a hand to it, but it's past it. A long chase, and it's going to be 4 runs to the long on boundary. A lovely shot there.
Actually on the pitch being very hard, made it bounce high and gave it plenty of impetus.
It's going to be Kumble again. We'll have to run round and cut it off. This time they'll get 2. 55 for no wicket. Outside edge, running down to the third man boundary. 4 runs.
That's one of the problems for Kumble. As a quickish leg spinner, any thick edge, if he hasn't got a slip fielder there, the thick edge really races away to the boundary.
An appeal for a catch.
Interesting to watch the wicketkeeper's reaction there, Mongia. His first appeal was an afterthought. Then he saw the umpire Orchard's hand coming up, and he thought this is going to be given out. See, he doesn't go up really until Kumble starts his appeal. At this point, umpire Orchard is saying not out, but he brings his hand up.
Oh, and he's dropped. To the right, brilliant attempt, but it went on to the floor. Down the wicket he comes, and it's going to be 4 runs to the extra cover boundary.
I guess you start out an innings just waiting to see who, generally one batsman, even when you've got 2 aggressive players, one batsman sees the ball a bit earlier than the other.
Down the wicket he comes again, and this time it's up in the air. It could be a 6, or will it be a catch? No, it's over the boundary line. We'll have to wait and see whether it was a 6 or a 4. It's a 4. They're doing everything to urge the Indian side on. Side on by the batsman. The ball's short, and it's pulled away 4 runs to the square leg fence. That asked for trouble, and it duly got it.
that was a poor delivery there from Venkatapati Raju. So suddenly the momentum swings back to Pakistan. It's the Pakistan section who are yelling and shouting.
We really have an exciting match on our hands as Raju continues to Anwar, swept away on the onside and through square leg for 4.
People talk about Sanat Jayasuriya and Kalu Vitharna, but these two opening batsmen are no less. In fact, they perhaps play a lot more correct cricket than Kalu Vitharna and Jayasuriya.
Down the track comes Anwar, hits it high, wide and handsome. So 14 runs coming off that over, 85 for no loss Pakistan. But now they need less than 100 runs to win this game. And beautifully played over mid-wicket by Saeed Anwar. He's such a lovely timer of the ball. 4 runs moment it left the bat.
Yes, it's very difficult to set a field to Saeed Anwar. He's a very, very good player, very positive, and he can play well on either side of the wicket. We saw him in the earlier over hit a 6 over long off, and now he's hit it over mid-wicket.
Down the leg side, and Sohail gets some bat on it. This could go all the way to the fence. A long chase for Raju. He won't stop it. Another boundary for Sohail.
Sachin Tendulkar has seen that Amir Sohail likes to move away from the stumps on the onside and try and hit the ball to the offside. So he's trying to bowl to him, follow him.
And again, swept away on the onside for 4 more.
Well, if you don't have a deep square leg, you're asking for trouble by pitching outside the leg stump, because Saeed Anwar really plays that shot well. And right from the beginning of the match today, the Pakistanis certainly showed a greater commitment. They seem to be in the game a lot more than the Indians were.
And he's welcome to the crease with this magnificent hit by Saeed Anwar. Down the track, and he hits it many a mile over long on. 6 runs.
Well, I can tell you one thing, it'll be a long while before that ball is found. It has gone out of the ground into the recreation ground and perhaps onto the street. And this is a huge hit. This is a big, big hit. He's middled it. He's followed it. Lovely balance over there, lovely follow through.
Well, Saeed Anwar has got to Venkatapati Raju. He's attacked him at every opportunity, hit him for a couple of 6s, and he's forced a few loose deliveries. And that one, a full toss outside leg stump.
Oh, he's hit that one. It's high and it's way over the top. That'll be 6. Big one down towards square leg. Right underneath it. It's not that long a boundary down there. It just needs to be hit really well. He certainly got underneath it. It went miles up, but carried for 6.
Well, that look didn't really need any words. The look from Venkatapati Raju. Saeed Anwar has really gone after his bowling. Orchard signal 6. Saeed Anwar's hit 3 6s on Venkatapati Raju, and that one crashing into the scaffolding, protecting the cameraman.
We've got to go this one. This is going to be out though. Won't get there. Yes, he's got him. Tried to hit him out the ground again. That time got right underneath the ball. It went high in the air, and it was well taken down on the fence.
The young man judged it well and took it well. Pakistan 144 for 1.
144 for 1. They've been toiling away trying to get that first wicket. played straight to extra cover off the back foot. Well, let's have another look at the catch. Drive at the fieldsman in the outer, and it was a good catch, all right. It went high in the air, and this is it. Watch him position himself well here, and takes the catch, no trouble at all. However, the field's pretty spread now, so they can get it away into the gaps. Get some runs. Coming back for the second here. Well, that would have been closer to hit the stumps. The throw was up there for a long time, and that's probably what saved him. Yes, and they love to see the cameras turning around in their direction, and that's a lot of relatives back home, I think. That one's short. It's cut away, and it'll go run down to the fence for 4 as well. Well, anything short outside off stump they go for, that's for sure. And if you cut hard, there's always a chance it's going to go for 4. And a diving attempt at a catch there. I think it was a catch. It may just have been that he hit the ball into the ground. We'll have another look at that just to see whether it was a chance or not. He went a long way. See if he hits it into the ground here. In fact, it's in the air. Did he get a hand to it? Yes, he did. It would have been a tremendous catch.
It's been an unproductive day for Anil Kumble. He's grasped 2 off his own bowling, although that was a very difficult one. In fact, the other one was quite a difficult one, although I'm sure Kumble would have expected to catch the first one. The second one is one of those that if you pull it off, it's a bonus.
Well, I think he was playing from the crease a bit. He had his legs spread, but I don't think he went very far forward, and it looked to me as if it just went straight on. This will be an interesting replay. He's not very happy, Ramiz.
Yes, it was definitely the quicker top spinner from Anil Kumble, pitching right on line. That's a good decision. No way in the wide world that was ever going to miss the stumps. Good decision, umpire Orchard. Pakistan 162 for 2.
So Salim Malik is the new batsman. He's going to face Anil Kumble now, and Kumble has 1 for 21. We'll show you that replay in a second. That one off the pad as well. He got outside the line that time. Yes, so that is a good decision by umpire Orchard. That ball going on with the arm.
Yes, the only way it could have been not out was if the pad was outside the line of off stump, but there's no way, and that's just skidding straight on, would have smacked into middle stump.
And that's running down to the fine leg boundary. The fielder is after it, but he will give up the chase, and it's into the fence. 4 runs.
Well, Anil Kumble is straying down the leg side for a change. Perhaps the fact that he had those 2 close-in fielders made him want to fire the ball in at the batsman, hoping for a bat pad. But the moment you stray away from the stumps, it becomes that much easier for the batsman. Quite rightly, Salim Malik smiling. They need only 17 now from 45 balls.
Short and punched through the covers. 4 runs. That was a bad delivery, and Malik had all the time in the world to go on to the back foot and crack it for 4.
Well, Anil Kumble seems to have lost his concentration a little bit. That was a rank, a bad ball, too short. And Salim Malik had the choice really to hit it to the offside or to the onside. He decided to go with the spin and hit it to the offside.
It's glanced down to fine leg. Raju after it. They go through for 1. That's all they'll get.
Well placed, right into the gap, and that should go all the way. This pitch is in the outfield, getting a little quicker now. No, I think that may have been 4 actually. I think he may well have touched that. The umpire is actually calling for a replay.
Yes, I think well, Sidhu himself now signaling it was a boundary, because he realized as soon as he picked it up that his foot was over the ropes. There you are, the foot is clearly over the ropes, and Sidhu very sportingly signalling to the umpire that it should be a boundary. But what a shot that was. So brilliantly played.
Oh, he's got that one away beautifully, so that'll go to the fence for 4. Well, it's all but over now.
Well done for runs. Pakistan now need just 1.
So 1 to win, and there it is. Smashed away to mid-wicket for 4. A comprehensive victory to Pakistan. Very, very well played. And on come a lot of the supporters from Pakistan.